All right, good morning, everyone. It is August 4th, I believe. This is getting ready to do the next step. I've been working on and off on my Camaro, so I moved everything in my garage here and getting ready to do some POR 15 on my axle, gas tank, drive shaft, everything that's, and then all the other little parts and stuff for the rear end. And then once I get all this stuff done, then I'm going to go and paint the underneath side of the car. The POR 15 I'm using, I'm not going with the normal black that everybody else uses on their underside. I'm going to try the silver and see how it looks, because my Camaro is the gray and silver Camaro 77, and do that. So hopefully get it painted today and tomorrow, and then hopefully start putting things back together. Got my new leaf springs. I am going to keep those black. I'm going to do those a gloss black. The only disappointing thing on the leaf springs is how you see them is how they were shipped. Ordered them from Summit Racing, and they just came that way. So the paint's kind of chipped on the sides, and then one of the front bushings was like halfway out. So I had to do that, and then they put stickers all over it. So then I had to remove the stickers. So this is the first part, and then the next part of my video hopefully will be all of the silver you will see on all the parts. All right, here's underneath the car. Wasn't too picky on a lot of this. I did do 2 coats, but some of this is going to be covered up by the gas tank. Frame rails turned out pretty good. Coverage there. And coverage there. I did try out the epoxy putty that POR 15 puts out on a couple spots on my frame rail. You can kind of see it right down there. Little globs of it. I didn't sand them down just because of the size of the holes. And then just painted over them. But so far from the back, back seat pans on back coverage is pretty good. At least on the inside the frame rails and everything. I still have quite a bit of rust on the back tail panel, which I'll have to have somebody fix. But everything that I wanted to get painted, frame rails underneath, turned out pretty good. So next hopefully I'll be letting all this dry and harden good, and then putting the rear end back together, and maybe next weekend. Thanks for watching. One thing I did forget, this is very messy. It's very thin. Doing it upside down. Having the car on a rotisserie would be nice, but I don't have that capability. If you do wear long sleeves and a shirt, be careful. It did leak through my t-shirt, and so I have some gray spots on my chest and belly, and had a few spots, one on my ear that dripped somehow from when I was doing underneath here. So definitely want to be careful of that. And other than that, the silver looks good. All right, here's part 2 today. Here's after 2 coats of POR 15 on everything. Definitely needed 2 coats. Possibly could use a third. It's definitely very thin, very runny, especially when you're putting it on something round. Definitely good. Got a couple of coats of black on the leaf springs to touch up how they were shipped. And there's everything else. Parts hanging. Everything's good to go. Baking in the sun. It's 92 today here in Kansas. And yeah, everything's looking good. Underneath the Camaro's also looking good. I'll get some pictures of that here, or a video here for that in a few minutes. But looking good.